What's going on, Disney fans? You're listening to the Mouse Ears Podcast, your go-to source for all things travel, but mostly Disney, sponsored by Fairy Tale Journeys Travel. Whether you're a first-time visitor or a seasoned Disney pro, we're here to bring you the latest news, insider secrets, and fun stories from the happiest and most magical places on Earth. Make sure you give us a like and follow on whichever platform you are listening or watching us on. And don't forget to check out the mouseearsblog.com, where we dive even deeper into tips, trip planning, and all the park magic in one location. Now, let's jump into today's March Madness episode because the magic starts right now. Cue the intro.
Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it! Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna dunk it!
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Mouse Ears Podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Kelton. I am back after a 2-week hiatus. It's been a busy couple of weeks. I know, Brooks. I know. I'm excited to be back too. But I've got some great people with me and two faces you have not seen before on this podcast. So I'm going to introduce them first before we get to the other two fantastic people. But we have Veronica joining us for the first time. Veronica, hello and good evening.
Hello.
Fantastic. Don't be afraid that we also have Christy Ross in the house. Christy, hello. How
Hi.
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. I'm telling you. And then a couple other people that you have seen for seasons and episodes before. Stephanie, hello. Welcome back as always.
Hi.
And
How are you?
oh, I'm fantastic. I'm trying to stay warm. I'm up here in Cleveland, Ohio right now, and it's a little cold. I got a story to tell you after. But my main man over in Southtown, what is it? Southtown Kakalaki, is that how you say it?
Chucktown, South
Chucktown.
Kakalaki.
Doesn't matter how many
that's
times
okay.
we hear it,
Brooks.
we'll never get it.
That's true. Brooks, welcome in.
Howdy ho, neighbors, and howdy, Kelton.
Oh, that.
I cannot
Now, would you say
believe
that
it.
Cleveland rocks?
No, I wouldn't. But here's my story, though. So for those that are outside of the great state of Texas, Texas also has a Cleveland, Texas, which happens to be about 10 miles north of where I live. So when I've been checking the weather, I guess I've been selecting Cleveland, Texas on the weather app, and I'm like, oh, heck yeah, 85 and sunny, perfect. No, absolutely. So I was in the
That is a
employee parking
negative,
lot.
Ghost Rider.
It's a solid negative. So I was in the parking lot. I pull it up. I'm going, there's a Cleveland, Texas, and a Cleveland, Ohio. I should probably look at Cleveland, Ohio, and it says, high of 45 today. So I grabbed the only jacket I could out of my truck. It is
Well,
what
it looks great on you.
you can barely see it.
Yeah,
I know.
you're like John Cena. You can't see you.
Anyway, so you guys are probably wondering, why are we gathering here on this Thursday evening, or if you're listening to us on a Monday morning, could be. Y'all know what's about to happen. We have trivia happening. So I'm going on over to Brooks to go over our trivia for this episode. Brooks, you take it away.
All right. Thank you, Kelton. Well, today's trivia question is brought to you by Fairy Tale Journeys Travel. Next time you book a Disney cruise, let the agents at Fairy Tale Journeys Travel take care of all the details for this stress-free experience at no additional cost to you. When you book with them, not only do you get expert advice, but you can also receive up to $1,000 of onboard credit. This offer is exclusive to bookings made with Fairy Tale Journeys Travel. So contact them today and let them know that the podcast sent you, and enjoy a magical Disney cruise getaway. All right, today's trivia question. Sticking with the sports theme, what was the first athletic event to be held at Disney's ESPN Wide World of Sports? Stay tuned to the end of the episode to find out. And back to the host with the most, Kelton.
Well, thank you, Brooks. And I'll even give extra points if you can tell us in the comments what was ESPN Wide World of Sports called prior to being called ESPN Wide World of Sports. But don't worry, the points don't matter. It's a lot like Whose Line Is It Anyway if you watch that show. Call me Drew.
Where everything's made up and the points don't matter.
Except this is not made up. This is all true. Welcome, y'all, to our second annual March Madness episode. I'm happy to have you guys on. I hope you're ready because this is my first one because I missed the last one because I was at an iffy Zach Brown Band concert. But we won't talk about that, will we?
Hey,
no, we won't.
We're getting ready for March Madness because okay.
That's going on TikTok.
Does anyone know, first of all, does anyone know that song? That's from it's John Tesh's basketball theme for NBA on NBC back in like the 90s and 2000s. And Saturday Night Live did. So it's the actual song is literally just the instrumental. And then Saturday Night Live did a skit a few years ago where supposedly when he presented the song, it had the lyrics.
Oh,
and those were the lyrics.
So that's what it was.
So
the more you know.
And now
I think it was great.
And it's stuck in every time I hear basketball. That is stuck in my head now for the end of time.
I love it.
And hopefully it's stuck in your head now.
Oh, it definitely is. I love some March Madness basketball. So,
yeah.
Are you guys ready? Shall we do it?
Yes, sir.
So we don't even know the topic this year.
No, we don't. But I'm going to tell you right now. I will say that Brooks, prior to you having fixing your sound microphone issues there, everybody went through and rattled off what they thought this episode was on, and I will have to give it to Steph. It is on attractions this year.
Wow.
But no, it's a basketball game, not a baseball game.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. We'll talk about that. I'll text you.
Okay.
I'm just getting your text messages that they pop up on the computer. Okay, here we go.
We'll
okay, does everybody know how a bracket works?
No, tell me, Kelton.
Good. I'm glad you guys do because I do not. So we're going to go ahead and dive in here. I'm more of a, non-sports guy. But so we're going to go through, for those that are watching us on YouTube, here's the bracket. If you're not watching us on YouTube,
what are you doing?
You should be.
Yeah.
So
really should.
There's our bracket right there. It has a whole bunch of numbers on it because I was not going to give the secret away. Gosh, no. So here's what we're going to do. A little bit like college basketball, but not really. So I'm going to give you the name of two attractions. And we're going to go around the room. And we're going to discuss what you think would overtake the other attraction. And it's, no hard feelings here. So if you pick the teacups over Space Mountain, I'm not going to hate you. I may kind of figure what's wrong with you, but I'm not going to hate you. So it'll be okay. People have vertigo. I get it. It'll be just fine. And then I'm going to write them down and we're going to figure out.
Some people like the taste of Beverly. I mean, there's some people are crazy.
Okay, really? Who likes the taste of the Beverly?
Mike.
I actually don't mind it.
What is wrong with the two
friend
of
the podcast, Peter Brookhart, loves Beverly.
No, I'll pass. That's a hard pass for me.
Peter Brookhart also enjoys Halloween Horror Nights, so I don't trust him.
I always tell people try the Beverly. It's breathtaking.
Womp womp. Let's get into it. Here we go. So we are talking about attractions. But as you can tell, I did not give you, or I did not specify what or where the attractions are. Veronica, no yawning just yet. It's going to be a long one, so I hope you're ready. Here we go. So we have to vote on, and Brooks, tell me if I'm doing this wrong because you hosted the last one. We need to pick as a group to figure out what is moving on. So, anyway, you guys got this figured out if you listened to the last one. So our first attraction, here we go. Navi River Journey over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Fantastic attraction going up against Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. As you can tell, this is a crossover.
No, you're playing dirty.
Oh, I am playing very dirty. So
oh,
tell me,
no.
Oh, my
what are we doing?
stars. Oh,
Dear
call
Brooks,
call back to the first March Madness. I wore a light up cowboy hat. We
That
never
was
posted
white.
that video.
we should. We might
Yeah,
have
we
to.
should.
Anyway,
So maybe throwback
Navi River
Thursday.
Journey or Escape from Gringotts.
Are we doing like a time limit?
Well, yeah, we don't want this to be a 3-part episode. So, Steph, we'll start with you. What are you thinking? Navi River Journey or Escape from Gringotts?
Gringotts.
Oh, nice. Good choice. Christy.
I'm going with Navi.
All right, then. Good choice. There we go. Veronica, we are tied 1-1.
Gringotts.
Brooks.
Kelsey, I'm sorry, Gringotts.
All right, Gringotts being
It's
the number one.
It's honestly because Navi is just so short. Because if it was longer, if I could experience it longer, I
And
might not have.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The animatronic has been down, hasn't it?
For a while.
Yeah.
Comes and goes. But I
So-
still think it's beautiful. I mean, I love Pandora and I love Avatar. But then Gringotts is very thrilling. It's unexpected. Even like the queue. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like the queue at Navi River, but Gringotts is just takes it up a notch more for me. And yeah. Like I would not do more than like a 30-minute wait line for Navi, and that's still pushing it. Gringotts,
Neither.
I'd probably wait 45 minutes plus maybe an hour, not really, but like that one's worth the wait is what I'm trying to say. That's my 2 cents.
Oh, I get it. I get it. So, Escape from Gringotts, moving on. As a side note, if there's a tie, because there's 4 of you, I get to decide. So I have a lot of power, but I only get 3. 3 overrides, right, Brooks? Is that what it is?
Well, that's what, if I disagreed with the,
I get 3 overrides.
yeah. If there's a tie, then you are the deciding factor. That one doesn't count against your overrides.
I'm glad you're here, Brooks. Help me keep this on roll because you did the first one. Are you guys ready for the second set of attractions? Because there are a total of 62 of them on this list. We got a long way to go, so
We're
buckle
ready,
up.
Steve.
There we go. I gotta go down my list here because I got them all here. Hold on. So we have Pirates of the Caribbean going up against Expedition Everest. 2 very different attractions. Pirates of the Caribbean over in the Magic Kingdom versus Expedition Everest over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. We're gonna switch it up here, and I'm going to start with Veronica first because she looks the most confused. Not confused, but
This is-
like thought
this is
process.
sacrilegious.
Hard. This is terrible.
It is.
This is awful.
It is.
This is awful.
Talk me through it. What do you think, Veronica? I mean, 2 different attractions. You know, one's got a Yeti, one's got an actual, like Johnny Depp.
How about
I mean,
a
what are we
question?
feeling here? Go ahead.
Are we which Pirates of the Caribbean?
The one
Just
in
Walt
Magic
Disney
Kingdom.
World? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't think that helped, but
5,
thought I'd try.
4,
Okay, I'm gonna go Pirates.
3.
Pirates.
Pirates of the Caribbean. All right. I'm coming on down to Brooks next. Brooks, we got 1 for the Pirates of the Caribbean. It's Pirates versus a Yeti and Expedition Everest. What are you thinking?
I'm going to have to go with my Disco Yeti pal.
All right.
I like I do like pirates and definitely like the history and everything, but it's just
Something about a Disco Yeti.
Yeah, it's something about Disco Yeti, and I've ridden it when the Yeti was actually moving too. So my second trip ever, he was actually still moving.
Did you know the Yeti actually has a name, has actual taste buds? I mean, to a point, and has its own fingerprint. The more you know. Going on over to Christy Ross. Christy, Pirates of the Caribbean or Expedition
this is
Everest?
hard. I'm gonna go with Everest. I like the thrill of it, and it's a smooth coaster, and I think it's just clever how they did it, and then the whole queue area and the detail. I just
Disney theming at its finest.
yeah,
And I mean,
I'll
I'm
do
not
Yeti.
knocking Pirates of the Caribbean too, and they
No,
got
it's
great
a
theming as
classic.
well.
That's hard.
So you're
Yeti.
going Everest?
I'm going with Everest.
Oh, 2 for 1. 2 for 1. And I mean, Expedition Everest does also, when you look at it from Google Maps, it does make a hidden Mickey. So we're going on over to Steph. Steph, are you going to tie it up, or are we going to have Expedition Everest go for the win?
You know, Animal Kingdom is my favorite park, and Joe Road, however you say his last name, I like to say Rhodey. You know, if I could meet anyone that's living right now, I definitely want to meet him. But I'm going with the Pirate Water. Yeah, I'm going with the Pirate Water for a few reasons. One, obviously, you know, classic. 2, Pirate Water. I love my Pirate Water. 3, Johnny Depp. Hello. Just Captain Jack Sparrow. Yes. And then my last reason is probably because it's more family friendly and anyone can go on it. I love the Yeti. I was afraid of it when I was younger. I love it now. But then, like, for instance, Michael, he does a really bad when it goes back. When it shoots you in the back, he doesn't do too well. So it's always like, okay, I go on it and I enjoy it, but if I'm with him, I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? Can I enjoy the ride? so Pirates.
But don't worry, I'll make sure to call Mike after the episode and tell him you enjoyed Johnny Depp more than him. But so that leaves it to me. And I guess we're going to take this one down to Expedition Everest. I'm sorry, guys. It's that much better of an attraction, I think. Plus, as you're walking to it from, what is that, like by Cali River Rapids, you know, where the little thing is. If you look at it, it matches the mountain. Look it up online.
Little
You'll figure it
sculpture.
out. Yeah,
It also has a single rider ride you can get on very quickly.
Brooks,
Did
we
you
did
know-
it, what, two times
We did
in 30
three
minutes or
times.
3?
3 times
That's
in
amazing.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
We could have
And-
gone more.
And for those that don't know, I want to say in the queue, there are portions where people throw coins.
Yes.
All of those coins eventually get collected and actually do go to their conservation fund. So I do love that.
Do you know where else that happens? They also collect them in It's a Small World and off of the buoys when you're taking the ferry.
Really? I didn't know about the ferry. It's a Small World makes sense. But I didn't know about the buoy.
Y'all hold on to
The
those
more you
pennies
know.
now.
Da, da, da.
Expedition Everest, moving on. This next one is a true toss-up. We're going up the road there to Universal Orlando. We got Cat in the Hat attraction versus The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. Who has gone to Universal recently? All right, Veronica, we're going on over to you. What are you thinking? It's a tough
I'm
one.
gonna go cat in the hat.
You were just shocking the ever-loving life out of me. Let's go on down to Brooks. We got one for the old Cat in the Hat there. Little Dr. Seuss going on.
Veronica, I don't know if we have matched at all yet.
All right, there's one for Spider-Man.
Yeah, so spoiler, I'm going for Spider-Man, but I want to take Ellie on the Cat in the Hat ride, and after taking her on it, my answer might change, but currently it's Cat in the Hat, and I mean currently it's Spider-Man. And to me, it's amazing too how good that those 3D effects are still today. So, because it was made in the late 90s, early 2000s.
It was,
And
yeah.
I'm sure they've done some updates to it, but the fact that it's still that good today.
Both of them are fun attractions. I mean, they really are. So, with one each tied up, Steph, what you telling us?
Spider-Man.
Nice choice.
Yeah.
Little Peter
Spider-Man.
Parker action going on here.
Now, would you say
I
you like
just-
Peter Parker more than Mike?
No.
Okay.
Not that one. But I just think it's a classic. I mean, I know Dr. Seuss is, but I don't know. Islands of Adventure, I've always associated with like the Hulk. That
Yeah.
Hulk statue and the
Marvel
Hulk.
Island, all of that
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
It's just really, it stands out. So yeah. I don't think I really got to enjoy Seuss Landing all that much anyways. So, Spider-Man for me.
Well, that's not too bad. All right, Christy, we're sitting here 2-1. 2 for Spider-Man, 1 for
going
Cat in the Hat. What are we thinking?
With the Cat in the Hat.
Man,
I
what's
mean, I'm a
with y'all?
kindergarten teacher.
Okay, That is
You got to.
valid. No, Cat in the Hat's a
Say
good one.
less.
I think it's just cool. It's the whole thing is cool, and I just like that they, I don't know, they touched on that, and I don't know, it's a great place for the kids, and they know it, and
Yeah.
I'm going with it.
Christmas.
You know, y'all
will
bring
s-
up some very
yeah.
valid points.
I will say though, if you need like a vocal exercise, read Dr. Seuss books.
No, they go on forever.
They go on forever, but then also like trying to read Cat in the Hat when it's going through all the stuff that's happening in that house towards the end. If you try to do it without messing up, it's a good vocal exercise.
You know, I really like that, Brooks. Oh, I just read Kenny like last week a Cat in the Hat book, and I'm going, oh my gosh, that
How
was
is this
something
60 pages?
else. Ooh, no, those we read them in like 4 nights. I mean, I get 10 to 15 pages, and that's it. Fortunately, Cat in the Hat, this is the end of the road for we're going the amazing adventures of Spider-Man, since I could call that. But that's okay, because we're moving on here to another 2 great attractions. Here we go. First one up is Popeye and Bluto's Bilge Rat Barges. Try to say that one 3 times fast. So it's almost like Cali River Rapids, but for, Universal Islands of Adventure. Going up against the Simpsons attraction at Universal Studios. I'm going to give you all a few seconds. Gather your thoughts. Going, why did we change to the Simpsons from Back to the Future? I don't know either. So, Steph, what are you thinking?
Definitely the water ride.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Popeye and Bluto's. Okay, we got one
Yeah.
vote for that. Christy, what do you
Popeye for
think?
sure.
Oh,
Popeye.
okay. I'm liking where we're going on this one. Veronica, give us 3-0.
Popeye.
Oh, baby. Wiping the board, Brooks. Let's hear it.
I've never ridden Popeyes, so
Me either.
I have to. Kelsey
Nobody
really liked
likes the Simpsons.
Kelsey liked the Simpsons ride, so
I remember a time when Doc and Marty were chasing Biff in the time machine. God, that was a great time in my life. And then I got married. Moving on. Here we go.
Honestly thought you were gonna say, I remember there was a time when we were friends. What's before this question?
technically I never gave my answer because it was already 3-0. So we're moving right along.
No, so tell us.
I really thought that's what you were gonna say.
So next one, Kelton.
No, I want to know the answer now. So Kelsey likes The Simpsons. We're all waiting.
I have to go with the one that I've ridden, so I have to say Simpsons.
Sorry, Brooks. Simpsons is not going to cut it on this one.
I mean, that's fine with me. It would like if it was up against probably almost any other ride, it wouldn't have gone on anyway. So
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Simpsons versus Fast and the Furious.
Oh, that one's rough.
I might would have chosen Fast and the Furious, even though it's
I just don't
awful.
agree with that whole land.
Yeah, I've got opinions.
For those who like it, please don't continue
not comment.
listening to us. Yeah, here we go.
Don't come at us.
Okay, moving to the next one. We're back. We got some good ones here. This one actually might be tough, because I'm not sure where I'm going to be. Here we go. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. Going up against ye old original The Jungle Cruise. I'll give you a few seconds because this one is going to hurt my soul too.
That's
okay.
rude.
So Rise of
just
the
rude.
Resistance versus Jungle Cruise.
Yes, sir.
Rude.
Steph, why are you throwing shade?
Rude. It's just
Why you gotta be
You know what?
so
Okay.
rude?
We'll start with you. What are you thinking?
Rise of the Resistance.
Why?
It is so awe-inspiring. Like, I go in there and I'm just like, every single time my jaw is just like, I can't believe this is a ride. I mean, the size of those AT-ATs and those cannons, it is freaking cool. Now, Jungle Cruise, that's just like a fun family. I'm gonna get my laughs in and I'm gonna be obnoxious when I say it's the backside of water, you know?
No,
Fun.
I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it starts with it being the 8th wonder of the world.
Correct.
It needs the proper introduction when you
You're
talk
right.
about it.
You're absolutely right about that. So,
So
But
you're
yeah.
saying the eighth wonder of the world, being the backside of water, has no match to a life-size AT-AT.
This is correct.
Okay.
This is correct.
Well, now I know where you sit on my ranking. So let's move on over to Veronica. Please help us out here.
It's a good Rise
That's
of
tough.
Resistance.
I know. Rise of
We also are talking about a ride that has like multiple portions to it. Like it is long.
Well, I mean, Jungle Cruise has multiple portions. First, you're in, in the Amazon or the what is it, the rainforest? Because it rains 365 days a year. Then the Amazon, and then you're in
The Nile.
because that's just what it
And they
is.
It goes
have
on for Niles and
Niles
Niles.
And they
if
have
you're,
all my favorite plants. Like that one.
Don't forget the one down there.
I really wish you guys could be skippers. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, I would love it. Okay, Christy, what are your thoughts?
As much as Jungle Cruise is a classic,
Oh, this is breaking my heart.
and I mean, believe it or not, I can't believe I'm saying this because I'm not the world's biggest Star Wars fan at all. Like, I had to watch them before we went on this trip in February, last year, February, because I didn't know what I was looking at. I was blown away. It was amazing.
I think that's a true testament. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, you can still be blown away.
Yes.
Bye.
Well,
I'm sorry, rewind. Had to watch them?
Yeah.
I caught that too.
I was told I had to watch them because I couldn't complain being there and not knowing what was going on and who was who. Yeah.
Chewie is
I
the
don't
big,
watch
tall,
Star-
hairy one.
Yeah, that one I know. I know, like,
Okay.
the basics, but
Goes,
like Ray's walking around. I'm like, now who's Ray again? What's Ray's purpose? Like, what? She the good one or a bad one? But I love
It was questionable at one point.
There was never a question.
Did
It
you know she
Depends
was
on the
Palpatine's
people that
daughter?
you... Spoiler!
Well, it's been years. All
Okay,
right,
so
Brooks.
so Christy, what's your since I had to say mine.
Oh, I'm Rise. I'll take Rise.
What's
for that
yours,
one.
Brooks? Remember, you're a dad.
Since it also doesn't matter anyway, I'll put a vote for Jungle Cruise.
Brooks.
No, but what is it
Brooks.
really? What is it really?
Brooks.
Come on.
I mean,
5, 4.
I would have
3.
gone with Rise.
So would I. I mean, there's no question about it. The technology behind Rise, I just like to pick at you guys a little bit.
Yeah,
that's all.
but I feel like Jungle Cruise should have had one chair turn.
Oh no, it has no chair turns on
I
this
know.
one. 0.
This is the first one that we got all the same
Oh, I
answer
can't-
across the board.
I can't believe we just cut out Jungle Cruise. That hurts my soul.
It is really sad.
You made the bracket.
Google picked the order that goes in.
And you could have changed it. I made
No.
audibles last year.
There's some ones in here that I'm saving it for. Okay, moving on to the next one. Oh dear. Tiana's Bayou.
AKA Splash Mountain.
No. Rated off of Tiana's Bayou versus Jurassic Park's River Adventure over in Islands of Adventure. I'll give you a second. And Brooks, I'm coming to you, my friend. What you got?
If we're going off of Tiana's, and this is with Princess and the Frog being one of my favorite Disney movies, as a ride, Jurassic Park River's Adventure, I think, is better. So I'm going with Jurassic Park on that one.
Spare no expense on this one. Veronica, what you got?
Tiana.
It's tough.
Tiana.
Interesting. Tied 1-1. Both have really great drops. One has a dinosaur. Well, one has Mama Odie. Christy, how about you?
I'm gonna go with Tiana.
Oh my goodness.
Tiana.
Steph, what you got?
I have like this ridiculous obsession with dinosaurs.
I love
If
Jurassic
anyone
Park.
really knows me, I have an obsession with dinosaurs. I will totally nerd out when it comes to that. So any opportunity I can to vote for a dinosaur, I will vote for a dinosaur. Does that answer your question?
And no, I need a verbal
No,
answer,
you-
please.
Yes.
I want the Jurassic Park World, whatever the name
No.
is, water ride. I don't even know what it's called.
Jurassic Park River Adventure.
That. It's not the most friendly name. I'll say that. No, I don't think it's a friendly name. I don't. Like, you don't say Tiana's Bayou Adventure. You say, hey, I'm going on Tiana's. Think about it.
Okay, then you would say River Adventure.
I'm going on the
Sure.
And
I'm
let's
going on the
move
water.
on.
No, you. That's two too. You have to choose, Kelton.
Well, I wrote down already. We're going River Adventure. Thanks for keeping me on track, Brooks. Somebody has
I
to.
see.
Here,
I'm
right?
surprised Tiana's has gone that fast.
Oh, no. So, for those that don't know, which is some people, when I worked at Universal, I actually had the chance one day to work River Adventure because I worked over in Camp Jurassic. So I got to wear the old, Jurassic Park logo and symbol. I love Jurassic Park. It's one of my favorite movies. The first one. The third one is iffy.
Yes.
What about the second one?
Oh, no, we don't talk about that. It's kind of like Bruno. Moving on. Here we go. Guardians of the Galaxy. Ooh, this is going to be tough. Guardians versus Soarin'. Staying in Epcot. Who wants to go first? Anybody? Here we go. Christy, you look like you want to go first. What you got?
Well, the first time I
Soarin'
wrote
versus
Guardians, it made me sick. So I would have picked Soarin', except the next time I wrote it, I took the motion sickness medicine, and it was like a whole new experience. I'm going to go with Guardians.
Might have to try that. Usually I just
Yes.
drink a margarita from Mexico, but
that would have set
try
me over
that
the
too.
edge.
Well,
I
that
closed
is.
my eyes, everything.
I was going to say that is a motion. That is a type of medicine.
Liquid courage is usually what they call it. Veronica, what you got for us?
Definitely Guardian.
Guardians of the Galaxy. All right. Steph?
My heart breaks for Soren because I love the song. Do do do. Whatever. I'm not even try.
Why don't you let them sing it? Sorry, I don't mean to be.
And the smells are fantastic. Yeah, I really want to bottle a lot of those smells, but Guardians is just.
It also depends
epic.
too where you sit on Soren, and you may have someone that has
Yeah.
kicked off their flip flops, and you have feet dangling in front of you.
Just a bunch of feet.
Guardians, though, for sure.
A little bit
Without a
of September coming down. Brooks, how about you, my friend?
As much as I love the voice of Kronk and Soren and everything, Pete Wartenberg, I think whatever, Patrick Wartenberg, him,
Patrick.
yeah, Patrick, yes. Guardians is one of the two best roller coasters I've ever been on. So, which I'm sure the other one is probably somewhere on this list. So
It probably is.
I have to go with Guardians. Plus, also with the read rideability of it, because you have a different ride with different songs. You have a different experience
in different positions on the vehicles.
And I will never forget going on it for the first time with Kelsey, her not realizing it was a roller coaster until right before we got on. And she was like, wait, this isn't a simulator? I'm like, no. This.
Oh,
You shouldn't have had those nachos.
Michael was freaking out about the backwards launch when he found out the first time we were on. And he was like, I'm like, you'll be fine. Don't think about it. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. But there was some speculation at the beginning.
Well, there's no surprise there. Guardians of the Galaxy moving on to round 2. This next one, we're going on over to Disney's Animal Kingdom for both of these attractions. I bet you can guess them. That's because we're talking about Avatar's Flight of Passage and Kilimanjaro Safari. That's right. One of these great attractions is about to be eliminated.
Oh.
And we're going to do it. Here we go, Veronica. What you got?
Oh gosh. You can't beat seeing live animals. We're
you're
going
enjoying
with the
this too
safari.
much.
I
We
am
got to.
going the safari.
Yeah. It's live
That's-
animals. You can't beat. I mean, I love Avatar, but
Oh, this one just hurts deep in my soul. This was rough. No, this was just not fair. This was just not fair.
And this one I could have changed, and I chose to keep it this way. Keep it.
To kept it.
Kept it.
We kept it.
Wow.
We kept it.
Wow.
Kept it.
Christy, what are we choosing?
Ugh.
Avatar?
I'm gonna
Are we
go
choosing?
with the safari. I think.
Wow.
I mean, I do love the animals. It is really cool to see them out there. I do wish they would go back to the old story of the poachers, and you were trying to get away from them.
Little Red.
I did like that a lot,
Yeah.
but once again, that Flight of Passage, you can just feel yuck on it. So you have to be careful with that one, but it is pretty cool. But I'm going to go with the safari.
We are 2-0 with the safari leading. Senor Brooks, what are we doing?
So I'm basing my answer on if one had to leave and not be in the parks. That's how I'm basing my answer on. I love both of these rides. And I had my first real sprinkle of Disney pixie dust on Flight of Passage. I had lost, because the first time we went, I could not fit on the ride. I was too big. And about 2 years later, I had lost weight. I could finally fit on the ride. I told the cast member about it, and she sprinkled pixie dust and let me on the Lightning Lane line.
Yes.
Awesome.
Shout out to cast members.
Yes. That being said, if I had to choose one to be gone forever, you have to keep Safari. So, as great as Flight of Passage is, I have to keep Safari. So I'm going with
Y'all, I'm actually surprised. Steph?
This is as bad as picking between my children.
There's always a favorite.
This is just not fair. But Flight of Passage, and for the record, no one come at me about Safari because I love Safari. This in no way, shape, or form diminishes my love for Safari. Please understand. Flight of Passage, though.
Joe Rody, you heard it here first.
That was rough. That was sour.
Sorry to do that to you. But we're moving on, and it's going to be worse. Next one up, Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run. Or the Living with the Land non-holiday version. The regular. A lot of things. Do you have the time? I'm telling you. This one is going to be tough.
Now, you specified non-holiday version.
I did. Gather your thoughts. Channel your inner child. Call your mother if you have to. Because we're moving for some votes. Brooks, I'm starting with you.
Okay. You did specify non-holiday.
I did. It says it right here in my notes. 5.
The fact
4,
that the first time I saw the Millennium Falcon, I
3,
cried. I'm going with Millennium Falcon.
Smuggler's Run. Good.
You can come at me in the comments. I don't care. I cried whenever I saw it. I'm a grown man. I have a mustache, and I cried.
He does have a mustache. I can attest to that. Christy, how about you?
I'm gonna go with the Land.
Oh,
I
Living
love
with the
that
Land.
ride. I love that ride.
Fantastic ride.
I love it
I
too.
absolutely love it.
Okay. Steph?
I have no idea. This
5,
is awful.
4,
Which children do you love
3.
We're going
tied
with Millennium
1 to 1,
Falcon.
2. Ooh.
We're going Millennium Falcon only because I love Star Wars so much. But if you hadn't told me about I can't pick Living with the Land at any point during the time, a year, because it's not just holidays. They do have their
and I did that on
seasonal
purpose.
stuff. I would have picked that one only because I love Millennium Falcon, but I'm excited for new storylines that are coming.
Oh, that's going to be great. So we are up 2-1. Veronica, are you a Star Wars fan?
I am.
But does your love for Star Wars trump Living with the Land?
It does.
Non-holiday version.
Holiday,
So are you
non-holiday, I would have to go Millennium Falcon. Either way.
Oh, Smuggler's Run Moving on. I, too, no longer have a mustache, but a grown man cried when I saw the Millennium Falcon. And then I cried harder when I got to sit at the chess table inside. Moving on.
And even
'Cause
harder
we're
when I
not
got
going
to
to
be the
talk about
pilot
my
instead of an
trauma
engineer.
as a child.
Oh, the
That's
poor
right.
land.
That's exactly. I know. Okay.
I mean,
this
if you would
one.
have told me that after
Ew.
round 1 that Tiana's Jungle Cruise and Living with the Land and Soarin' would all be gone.
These are hard, like,
Y'all,
these
we
are
still
hard
have a whole nother
matchups.
side. We have a whole nother side to go. This one, here we go. The High in the Sky Seuss Trolley versus Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls Islands of Adventure. I'll give you a second, and the second is up. Start with Christy.
Oh.
I know.
Ah.
2 different attractions here on this one.
I might go with the falls.
Ripsaw Falls. I think that's a great choice there. Nothing against Highway in the Sky. But
No.
let's go over to Steph. What you think?
Falls as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
2-0. Veronica?
Falls.
5. Oh, bringing it out. Why Seuss Trolley over Ripsaw Falls?
Probably because I don't think I've done Ripsaw Falls.
And that's okay. That is A-okay.
It is actually kind of cute and cool.
It is.
I do like it.
Brooks, we're at a 2-1 here, my friend. Are you going to send the Ripsaw Falls off for the win? Or are you going to tie it up with the Seuss Trolley?
I have ridden neither of these rides. I don't know
So
if
do you want to get wet or not?
I don't know, based on seeing the seats on the Dudley Do-Rights, I will ever be small enough to ride that. So I'm going to have to go with the trolley.
And see, Steph, I would have to disagree with your comment because you don't get wet. You get drenched on Ripsaw Falls. I mean,
Yes, you do.
It does not matter if you wear a poncho or a full-on rain suit. You're getting wet. We got good old-fashioned Dudley Do-Right Ripsaw Falls. Moving on.
That's one you're going with?
That's the one I'm going with.
And correct me if I'm wrong,
Alright.
is that the one that you can shoot the guests? Like you can shoot?
It is.
Okay.
And that adds to it. Okay, moving right along. Okay, we're talking a Slinky Dog Dash. Going up against, I gotta change pages here. Ooh. The Incredible Hulk coaster. Oh yeah. One of these fantastic attractions is about to be eliminated again.
Okay, Google, I'm going to need you like to switch these up a little bit because it's supposed to be like the harder choices later on.
I feel like I'm being done dirty.
Yeah.
Done
Right?
dirt cheap.
Yeah.
That's what I was going
Yeah.
to say, Brooks. Yeah.
I'm telling you, you know who's having fun here? Kelton's
Me.
having fun.
I'm having a
He's
great
watching
time.
us squirm.
I'm having a great time over here.
We're having
And
existential crisis over here.
your time's up. So, Brooks, I hope you got an answer, buddy, because I'm going to Steph first. Steph, what you got? Yeah, come on.
I'm going for the Hulk.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And you know why? Because
No,
of the queue. It is, and I'm not saying that the Hulk is that much better, but there's a lot more shade there.
I was wondering if you were
That
going to go.
makes a big difference. And obviously the launch is fantastic. I do enjoy the launch. Yeah, going with Hulk.
Launch right into an inversion, and we're going over to Brooks.
I'm going to have to go with
5,
Slinky
4.
Dog.
Ooh, we're tied 1-1.
There's no wrong answer here,
Yeah,
Brooks.
there
Let's
really
be
isn't.
real.
But you're going to eliminate one great attraction. Veronica, what you thinking? 1-1.
To go
Give
Hulk.
it to us. Be honest. Ooh, 2-1
Hulk.
with the Hulk.
I love
That's a tough
Slinky,
one,
but
Christy.
Slinky Dog. I love that ride. I love that whole, what they've done with the whole toy concept. And
It
I
truly.
love it.
See, this is
Now-
okay. Now
now,
you guys
see,
do this on
okay.
purpose.
I want to clarify my answer a little bit beforehand.
You can't
So-
change, but you can.
Well, no,
clarify.
I'm not changing. I'm not changing at all. If we were going just pure ride, not theming, queue, everything,
Everything's tied in. Come on.
Well, no, I'm just saying, just the actual thrill ride, the Hulk is better. However, like Christy was saying, that whole theming, the only thing that Slinky Dog has not going for it is the lack of shade, but the fact that you're shrunk down and the way that, I mean, it looks like stuff is held together with gum in some parts and stuff like that is more immersive. So
Okay, you bring up a valid point there. But take the land away from the attraction. Just look at the theming of Slinky Dog in general. Do you still feel like you're a shrunk down toy? That's the question I asked, because there's also theming in the queue line of the Hulk as well, telling you, kind of the backstory of Bruce Banner and all of that as well. So we're tied 2-2, and I'm sorry, guys, Slinky Dog, not moving on. I know.
No.
I know. The Hulk. I gotta find that number now because I gotta get it on paper. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Okay, it's been a rough one so far, but this one should honestly be pretty easy. Heading on over to Universal Orlando, the race through New York starring Jimmy Fallon over the Transformers 3D ride attraction.
I mean,
We can just eliminate both.
Nope, you gotta pick one. Veronica.
We can keep Slinky.
No. Veronica, what you got?
Yeah, let's do that.
I guess I love Bumblebee, so I'll go Transformers. I really don't
Very
care for either.
nice. Christy.
Ugh. I'm not a fan of either, but I do like New York, so I'll go with Jimmy Fallon.
Steph.
Transformers.
And Brooks.
robots in disguise. Transformers.
Transformers it is. Let's get out of that one because that
Kelton, what would you have picked if you had to?
Transformers all the way. Jimmy Fallon. I don't like that attraction.
I like the
one
movies.
Bit.
I do like the movies.
Hello,
lot, actually.
Megan Fox. Moving on. The Carousel or the new Troller Coaster.
I really thought you were going to compare it to Carousel of Progress and just do like a name thing.
Google did not pick that. So we have Carousel versus the Troller Coaster. Steph, you're up.
I'm going to go with the Carousel.
Carousel. Christy.
Same, Carousel.
Veronica.
Carousel.
And Brooks.
I'll be the odd one out and go with the Troll Coaster.
Very nice.
In all fairness, I haven't been to the new DreamWorks land.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. So that played a factor. Just saying.
Oh, it definitely does.
Yeah. And I haven't ridden either, and I'm going with the Troll Coaster just because the third Troll movies brought NSYNC back together.
Better place. Here we go. We're talking Kang and Kudo's Twirl and Hurl, or Dumbo, or Aladdin Magic Carpet Ride because it's all the same attraction.
Or
Going
Triceratops.
up against,
Rest in
or
peace.
Triceratops spins Rest in Peace. Ooh, Peter Pan's Flight. Which one you eliminating? Veronica.
I'm sorry. Can you
Peter
repeat the
Pan
question?
or yes, Peter
Any of the
Pan
spinning
Flight
rides.
or Kang and Kudo's Twirl and Hurl.
Peter Pan's Flight, for sure. Hands down.
I figured so. Christy?
Peter Pan all the way.
Yeah, I figured so. Steph?
Trice for me, Peter Pan.
And
No
Senor
question.
Walker.
I'll go with, if I had to choose, to Peter Pan.
I would too.
I have said before, I said again, I'm not the biggest fan of Peter Pan. Of the ride. I'm not.
Say that louder for the people in the back.
I am not the biggest fan of the Peter Pan ride. E.T. does it better. Moving right along.
So, if anybody
I'm outta
knows
here.
of a good podcast host, the Mouse Ears podcast might be looking for a fourth host coming up.
Did he just compare Peter Pan with E.T.?
That just hurt my
hold on.
heart.
Hold on.
Walt's
pump the
favorite
brakes.
ride was Peter Pan.
Pump the brakes. Both attractions are fantastic.
Yes.
However, the fact
What
that
do
you
I-
don't like
Did
what
you
I
hear
like-
that?
What?
Did you
okay,
hear
okay.
that? That
Here-
was my heart.
people
Okay,
in the
here's-
chat
okay,
talk
here's-
to us. What are we thinking?
Here's my reasoning.
I would love to hear this. The people are waiting.
Peter Pan needs to slow it down just a tad. I feel like it goes too fast. You can't enjoy all the intricacies.
That's
Okay.
a point. That's a good point.
Okay.
That's
So
a
it
good
goes
point.
like you try, if you try to focus, like you can almost get motion sickness because you're going fast through that ride. And I understand why, because if they slow it down, then the lines will be even longer. So I understand why. And the reason I say ET is better is because it slows it down so you can see everything better.
What queue do you like more?
Moving right along. I've already broken
This
people's
is-
hearts.
No,
So-
I'm gonna go cry now. This is ridiculous. Oh, well, Peter Pan still won. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, Peter Pan. I mean, I
Sorry.
still voted for Peter Pan.
I panicked. I was
Because you had a pen to your throat.
No,
The metaphorical pen of you getting X'd out.
I started panicking for a second. I'm going, oh my gosh, do I have ET on this list? So it was bad for me. I know. That was pretty bad. Okay, Peter Pan moving on. Thank goodness for that one. No yawning yet. We got a long way to go. Moving on. Toy Story Mania. Or Revenge of the Mummy. Oh, yeah. Brooks, what do you got? Toy Story Mania, Revenge of the Mummy. 5, 4.
I have not been able to ride Revenge of the Mummy yet, so I'll have to
2.
go with Toy Story Mania.
Toy Story Mania. Veronica. 5, 4,
Toy
3.
Story.
Pick 2. Toy Story Mania. Christy, we got 2-0.
Toy Story.
There we go. 3-0. It could be a clean sweep. Steph, what you got?
Toy Story.
Toy Story Mania. False for you guys. I'm using one of my overrides. We're going Revenge of the Mummy. Moving on. Goodbye.
Now,
Toy
I'll say
Story
this.
Mania.
I was very
Ugh.
when I went to Universal last, Revenge of the Mummy was down, and I was very, very bummed about not being able to ride it. And
Mummy's a fantastic ride.
I'm
It's
very
great
excited to ride it, hopefully in the future.
It is a great attraction, and I'm going based off of, you look at both queues. Both queues are phenomenal. Okay, theming off the charts on that one. But when you look at the ride itself, there are plenty of attractions that you can score on in Disney World. Mainly it's just Mania and, Buzz Lightyear at that point. But when you're going up against the Mummy, an original attraction, I'm sorry, I could not let that one be eliminated.
When I did Grad Bash back in whatever year
good
I
old
graduated
Grad
high
Bash.
school, when I tell you we would get off and get back on, get off, get back on, get off, get back on, like probably did that ride easily 6, 7, 8 times in a row at one point during the night. Not even regretting that at all. But phew, I love the Mummy. But Toy Story Mania is just a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. It actually works.
It does. But I'm always
True.
about getting my cup of coffee there at the end. So we're moving along, and this one kind of has a bye week according to the March Madness tournament bracket. So automatically, Jurassic World Velocicoaster moving on to round 2. That one barely made it.
By the skin of his teeth.
Skin of its teeth. Here we go for the other side of the bracket. I hope you're ready. I promise you, round 2 through
We'll probably
everything
go
else
faster.
goes faster.
Yeah.
It always does. Okay, moving along. Here
Ooh, man, I don't know about you, but I need a break from this episode of the Mouse Ears podcast. But don't worry, we will be coming back with part 2 of the March Madness episode later on this week. Don't forget to join our Mouse Ears podcast Facebook group and join us on TikTok and Instagram to stay up to date on all things travel, but mostly Disney. If you are interested in having a Fairy Tale Journeys agent, book your next trip, visit fairytalejourneys.com and let them know that the podcast sent you. Lastly, if you enjoy our weekly episodes, or at this point, I feel like almost every other episode is a two-parter, we would love for you to leave us a review wherever you listen to us. Until the next episode, thanks everyone. Bye.